Hey friends, Shay here. So I hope you're enjoying 25 days of manga so far. Today's video is going to be my top 5 seinen that I started in the year of 2022. So with this list, I made sure I checked demographics. I always use manga updates to check that. So if you're curious on why these ended up on this list, it's because that's their actual demographic. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So first up on this list was one of the biggest surprises this year for me, and that was Dinosaur Sanctuary. Dinosaur Sanctuary is perfect for lovers of Jurassic Park. This is essentially a Japanese take on a Jurassic Park style park. This Dinosaur Sanctuary is more like a zoo, and in it we're following this young girl who has always wanted to do this her entire life, and she just feels like it's her life's calling. Her father passed away doing this, and so she's felt very drawn to it ever since. This zookeeper on the back here ends up having a very interesting story that ties in. It's kind of done in short story form where we have little stories centered around trying to save this particular sanctuary. This is a really fun series. It is full of a lot of details, so you're going to have full pages of like information on a particular dinosaur or something that happened within that chapter, so it is very detail oriented. So if you don't love really wordy manga, this one might not be the one for you. But honestly, I really thoroughly enjoyed it and would definitely recommend it. Next on my list is A Galaxy Next Door. A Galaxy Next Door has been one of my favorite reads all year. I do have a dedicated spoiler-free review, so I will leave that linked in the corner. With that said, in this one, we're essentially following a young man whose parents have passed away, and he's raising his 2 younger siblings. These 2 younger siblings are supported by his work as a mangaka. When this beautiful stranger shows up to be his new assistant, things begin to change. She has her own secrets. Mainly, she's an alien from another planet, and she just happens to be a princess. And things kind of go from there. There are some forced proximity things that happen in this first volume that some people have not found as enjoyable as I have. So just do know that going in. But I do think volumes 2 and 3 really help smooth out the series. We are going to have volume 4 before the end of the year. And I just look forward to more every time. This is the same mangaka that did Sweetness and Lightning, which I was also madly in love with. So I may be slightly biased on this one. I don't know. But all I know is I really enjoy A Galaxy Next Door, and I'm looking forward to more. I did not mean to rhyme, just so you know. Next on this list is one that I knew I was going to really enjoy, but oh my gosh, it lives rent-free in my brain. And that is Kowloon Generic Romance. In this one, we are following this beautiful woman. She is just living her life in the city of Kowloon. It's kind of this like oasis, utopia style thing. And in this, we follow her as she works at her job. She has a coworker that she kind of gets mixed signals from. Sometimes he seems very into her, other times not so much. And she kind of doesn't know what to do with all that information. There are some really interesting reveals in this first volume that let you know that this isn't necessarily what it's presenting itself to be. But the art is absolutely stunning. This is the same mangaka that does After the Rain, and I've been looking forward to their next work. I cannot believe it is as amazing as it is. I loved After the Rain. That one's a very slice of life story as well. But yes, there is so much to love about the series, and I know I'm not the only one who loves it. We are getting volume 2 very, very soon, so I'm very excited. Next on this list is I'm a Wolf, but My Boss is a Sheep. Yes, this one is a seinen, not a josei like I originally thought. In this one, we have this man who works in a corporate office, but all the people that he works with are all sheep, including his boss, who he happens to have a thing for. She also happens to have a thing for him, and watching as he gets like slyly excited and he thinks he's hiding it really well is really, really cute. Like there are times where his little tail's just wagging and everybody behind him notices, but she doesn't. And it's just really, really cute. I really like their dynamic. There is a additional person added within this volume that's on the cover of volume 2, which is also coming out in December, and I'm very excited for. And I can't wait. These 2 are adorable. Their dynamic is amazing. and I just want more. So yes, if you have not checked out I'm a Wolf but My Boss is a Sheep, I do recommend checking it out. Just expect slow releases. And then last but not least for my top seinen of the year is Run on Your New Legs. Run on Your New Legs is definitely one of the best series that I've started this year. In this, we're following a young man who suffers an accident and loses one of his legs. So trigger warning for loss of a limb and for depression and other medical related things that you would have to deal with a prosthesis. In this one, he has he's given up on his dream. He was a soccer player and he's given up on all of that just because of what happened to his leg. And so he is approached by someone from the track team saying, hey, you should come join the track team. And he's like, no. And then something happens, a purse snatcher or something, and he ends up running on his prosthetic leg that's not meant for running. And things start changing for him from there because there's a man who sees this. He happens to make athletic prosthetic legs for like running specifically, and he wants to work with our hero. And this is a beautiful series. We will get a third volume in the month of December. I just have fallen in love with Run on Your New Legs. This is great disability representation. This is the kind of disability representation we want to see in our manga. So do know that this is brilliant. This is amazing. One of the best series I've read all year. So definitely check this one out. Okay, friends, that is all I have for you for my top 5 seinen of the year of 2022. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite seinen of the year was. And if you're here just because you love me, leave me either a wolf or a sheep in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head?